Saturday. Night. Hi, who's out there? Anyone? Anyone? I'm live streaming. Who's coming in? No one? Okay. I just wanted to warn my husband. It's another. Oh, hi, one person. How are you? Who is it? 5 people. Hi, Roy. How are you doing? Hi, Teresa. Bimu. Hi, Jack. Rebecca. Thanks for joining. It's another exciting Saturday night in my jammies. I'm pretty good. I'm getting a little less stressed than I was recently. Heather. Pisty, hello. How are you doing? What did you guys do today? I need some Chewbacca water. Oh, I almost dropped it. So I took my girls to Red Robin because one of them had like a coupon for a free kids meal. And I showed the menu to Sabrina and asked her what she wanted, and she got really excited about having a hamburger, but she didn't want any of the meat. She just picked a little bit off the bun. Why did I spend $5 on part of a bun? Oh, you went to the chorister thing? So did my friend. Hi, Nipote. And then I did some grocery shopping. So Carmen wanted to make peanut butter Play-Doh. And we needed some dry milk for that, so I went to the store so she could do that. Heather, you're working? Where do you, well, I guess what kind of work do you do? I shouldn't just ask you where you work. Bimu, did you not like the workshop? Tell me more. You can message me and tell me all about it. I had a friend who asked me if I wanted to go for fun, and I decided I'd rather sleep than wake up at 7 on a Saturday. Well, Heather, I'm glad the gas station is dead instead of like full of weirdos, you know? I think rather have it nice and quiet than people who are scary. Oh, I have Chewbacca turned the wrong way. His eyes came off. Bimu, you lost me? Why didn't you enjoy the workshop, Bimu? Heather, you like the weirdos? So I've had that song, Saturday Night, stuck in my head. So I just found out that a friend of mine was hit on by some bagpipers, well, one bagpiper at one of our concerts. And she said, I should have taken that piper down. And if you've seen So I Married an Axe Murderer, then you know the reference. And so um, I love that movie, and I've been laughing about that ever since. So Mike Myers is the Scottish dad. Okay, Bimu, PM me. Heather, the normal people give you trouble? Tell me all your weird gas station stories. Here, I'll share some work stories. Years ago, I worked at Payless Shoe Source. Well, back then, and exactly, Bimu. Um, in this area, they called it volume shoe source. So we had people who really took advantage of their dumb policy they had at the time, which was you could get a refund even if you didn't have a receipt. So people would steal shoes and then bring it back and say that they were trying to return them. And that drove me crazy. So this man showed up with some boots that he said he was returning. And here's the thing, we would touch every single pair of shoes every day. And I had worked there for a year at that point. So we had to straighten the shoes over and over again. And I said, which location did you buy these at? And he said, this one. And being the feisty, like 18 or 19-year-old I was, I said, okay, well, I know you stole these shoes, but we have a dumb policy, so I guess I'm going to give you the money. And he wasn't even offended. He just smiled, like, yeah, you have to give me the money. And then I had another lady who had her son distracting me while she stole a big, huge bag of shoes. So he was asking me questions about the shoes that he was looking at. And they didn't have any mirrors or anything, so you could see people in the aisles. And so if we had a person come in, they looked like they were no good, up to no good, we would just go in the aisle with them and straighten some of the shoes or something like that. And then they would move to the next aisle, and you'd follow them, and they move to the next aisle, and you follow them again. And which is kind of funny because do you not know what size you are? So, but one of the scary times was a time where this lady came up to me quietly at the register, and she said, I think you're about to be robbed. So I didn't know, should I call the police because I think maybe we're about to be robbed? So that was scary. Hi, Jack. Yeah, I have a couple newer videos up where I talked to a tech support scammer named Justin, and I get a little personal with him. A little bit. So, yeah. I've been getting credit card scammer calls all the time. Yes, Bimu, the mom was the one robbing me, while stealing. She wasn't robbing me, she was stealing from the store, loading up a huge bag with shoes. And she left the store, and this woman comes in and said, hey, this lady just stole a bunch of shoes. But they had no security cameras, no security of any kind at the time, so I wasn't going to risk my life for their cheap shoes when they didn't care enough to protect them. Oh, Jack. Well, Justin, I did a long conversation with him. Well, actually, hi, Ronaldo. I just told him that my updates were installing and that it was stuck at 80 something and then 90 something, and he kept saying he would call back. And so I felt really cruddy that day, and I would say, yeah, call me back in like an hour, and I would rest, and I took a nap at some point, and then he called again and talked to him some more. So I still have to do more editing. And then I was having a pretty rough day when he tried calling again, and I couldn't answer the phone at the moment, but hopefully he'll try again. Well, hi, Captain Corrosive. Thank you. Heather says someone dropped and broke their crack pipe, then left it tonight. That's fun. Yeah, my husband does maintenance, and he finds drug needles and stuff like that. So, and I don't know why people think that druggies are going to be safe if you put in a sharps container, because they will actually crack open the sharps container to get needles that are used. Because druggies aren't really known for being in their right mind. So, they're always coming up with just really great ideas. So that's probably his number one job hazard. Well, he could be electrocuted too. But they will come and use the bathroom and hide their needles like behind a toilet or in the toilet paper dispenser or something like that. So, and this is like a public building, and I don't think people realize they should never ever send their kids in there alone. Teresa, you have to work 10 hours tomorrow? That's lame. Ronaldo, he does a little bit of everything. He does carpentry, electrical, plumbing. Yeah, Pisty, the scammers are desperate. It was funny how much this guy was willing to put up with. And some of them brag about how much money they make. Like, I make so much money. And it's really hard to imagine because if they're willing to put up with me for a couple hours when I'm using obvious, stall tactics, cracks me up. So I have to be at church at like 8:15 tomorrow. It's an earlier day than normal. But right now it's only like 8:30ish, I guess, a little after 8:30. Did anybody watch Scambait Central's live stream today? I didn't get to watch the whole thing. But it's funny when he pretends to be enraged at the guy. He would give him a phone number. Thanks, Ronaldo. He would call out a phone number and then purposely say the two of the numbers in an inaudible way, and the guy would read it back and say that he couldn't understand it, and they just do that over and over again. And then the guy from Scambait Central is called Mr. Pricky, and he puts on this great furious act. Ronaldo, you watched all of it? Wow. I caught a lot of the beginning, and I just had a lot to do today. I thought I was going to have to go take my son to get his learner's permit today, but first the driver's ed people, so I had to first get a confirmation number, and then the like you have to like register through the Department of Licensing first. Then you send the confirmation number to the driver's ed instructors, and then they send something to the DOL saying that there's a waiver for the written test. So it's really kind of torture going there, and I have to renew my driver's license too, and so I'm gonna have to take him and try to do both those things in one day. And last time I had a photo taken for my driver's license, I was in my first trimester of pregnancy and feeling really horrible, and I've had to carry that license around with me for I think at least 8 years now. So I'm hoping to get a decent photo this time, because it's kind of embarrassing when people ask to see my ID. Like, oh, really? Hi, Terry. Do you think Mr. Pricky is gonna upload that? Did he say he was going to? He got quite a few donations during that, and so he has a Patreon too, but he does it like per video, and the lowest amount is like $9 something per video, and he works very hard. Like his are a lot more sophisticated, like actually getting people to drive to a location and hoping to pick up some money. So his are great. I just didn't feel like I could quite commit to $9 per episode at the moment. Yeah, Captain Corrosive, the DMV is horrible, right? I don't even want to deal with that. And last time, I don't remember what happened. I think their system was down that took credit cards or debit cards, and I had to go get cash from somewhere nearby, and it just turned into a very long ordeal. Hi, Gwen. How are you doing? Yeah, Terry, hopefully he'll edit the part where he was testing at the beginning for a long period of time. I'm sure he will. Yeah, Captain, I think they do make you look bad on purpose. It's supposed to make everyone feel humble. I don't know. They should let you upload your own photo. Don't you think so? As long as, if it's head on, it should be fine. Hi, Cynthia. How are you doing? Okay, Southwestern Washington. So, like, Vancouver area? It was a good stream, Ronaldo. It was. Bimu says you'll never have to guess what hell is like because you've already been to the DMV. Maybe if I bribe someone, I can convince them to upload a photo I like. Slip them a 20. Okay, Cynthia, so between Seattle and Portland. Gotcha. Hi, Sway, how are you? Thank you. Oh, you're in New York City? So it's late there. Exactly, Ronaldo. I would like to upload like one of my junior high photos for my driver's license instead of what I really look like. Cynthia, I still have not been to Hump Tulips. So I was trying to drag my family there, and I couldn't get them to commit. Like, there were just a lot of bad attitudes, and I was determined to do something as a family, and that's when we finally got a zoo pass. Like, that was finally the unanimous decision, is that everybody wanted a zoo pass. So that's what we did, and then school started and everything, and it hasn't really been Hump Tulips weather because it's, kind of close to the coast. So I feel like if I'm gonna go to Hump Tulips, it's a real place, you guys don't laugh. Um, and Brenda and I also want to go. If you're gonna go, then you also want to go to the ocean. You don't want to go in the freezing cold, right? Maybe I should go on my birthday in the freezing cold. Heather, no one wants to go to the zoo with you? Why not? Are they animal haters? Okay, so what things can we talk about to get this video demonetized? Like the majority of them. Ronaldo, I have more videos to edit with Justin. So we have one computer and my kids have to do homework on it and stuff. So And then my daughter is always here and she doesn't nap, so that it's kind of hard to um, spend hours editing videos. So some days I'll be like, here, watch this show, watch that show, and then I got to spend a few days paying a lot of attention to her. And she's kind of undecided on potty training right now. She's interested sometimes, and then like she's very strong-willed, so you um, can't force the issue with her. So my kids have all been different. Good night, Teresa. One of my kids potty trains just totally on his own. Basically, he wanted to be like his brothers, and so um, my husband came home one day and just saw that he was sitting on the potty and yeah, just didn't really require much help at all. With our oldest, he did pretty well at first, and then he regressed, and it was probably because he had a baby brother coming or something, and the thing that got him using the potty again was using reverse psychology. Like, I would tell him, you can't use the potty, it's my potty, and then he would scream, and then he would run and use the potty. Um, and then with Eric, I just put underwear on him one day and said, if you can control it so well, because he was like peeing on the wall on purpose and stuff. I decided, since you can pee on things on purpose, you know when it's coming, then here's some underwear, and we went shopping and stuff, and he didn't have any accidents. Yeah, years after we moved out of our apartment, one of my sons goes, remember when we used to pee behind the dresser in our closet? That was a little horrifying. Okay, so two of my boys had the same teacher, and Eric was really interesting in first grade. Just had the teacher and I scratching our heads, like, what is going on with him? He did not want to hand in his homework for anything, so we would work on it for hours, but then he didn't want to give it to her. Like, maybe he didn't want to be judged or something. And so I asked her one day, did he give you his homework? And she goes, no, he started to cry and said he forgot it. And I said, no, I put that in his backpack myself. Will you please have him get it out? And then she writes back a while later and says, he did not want to give me that homework. So that was interesting. And he could have like a really bad day behavior-wise and get in the car looking happy as can be. Like, no biggie. And then he started to realize, so first he was really proud of his writing, and then he started to realize that it didn't make any sense once he got better at reading, and so he would be doing his work at school under the table and get mad and crumple up his paper, and then they thought he was disturbing because there was this dorky poem that they had a photo with it, or not photo, but like a drawing they're supposed to cover, and it was a picture of this girl skipping rope, and he decided that the girl had fallen down and hurt herself, and wrote, "Wah! Blood is dripping," and drew blood in various places on her body. And so when Andrew had the same teacher, I was going through his papers at the end of the year and found one that was from like the first week of school. They were supposed to draw a picture of something and then a sentence about it. I still have this picture. I was just dying. Like, first she gets Eric and all of his crazy stuff, and then the very first week of school, Andrew writes, first of all, it's a picture of him sitting on the toilet and frowning. And it says, I had a hard time pooping. My mom said I need more fruits and vegetable and water. I laughed so hard I was crying. So it's the beginning of summer, I'm up late like decluttering and stuff, and I am howling with laughter reading this thing that he wrote. Oh my gosh, so funny. And then he was pretty much normal the rest of the year. Yeah, kids give you tons of great stories. I would have a very boring life without my kids. Tell me something weird you did when you were a kid. I was kind of a daredevil. Like, I was into gymnastics and stuff. And I would ride my bike standing up with one foot on my seat and one foot on the handlebars. And then my dad one day yelled at me to stop doing that. He goes, sit down. And I go, okay. So I jump in the air and I land on my seat. So I never got hurt doing anything like that. I would get hurt doing something like I'm walking home from the bus stop and I step on the curb wrong and I twist my ankle. Heather says, my nephew will yell loudly, I gotta poop. It doesn't matter where he is. Hi, Ubuntu. Ubuntu says, I'm 38 and I still do that. So I just realized we don't have school on Monday for some reason. So that's cool. But I still have some students to teach. I don't want to reschedule them again because we just missed for Martin Luther King Day. What did you do today, Ubuntu? I saw you on Mr. Pricky's live stream. Did you stay the whole time? I'm going to go downstairs in a while and play with peanut butter Play-Doh with the kids. You had to go to work? That's boring. Wait, unless you like your job. I'm trying to open this thing of dental floss in case you're wondering what the noise is. I'm not going to floss right now, though. Yeah, I haven't had peanut butter Play-Doh in a long time. So, if you're on my Patreon, I just did the longest rant video the other day, and there was a little bit of editing, but it was still over 40 minutes long. I made that to like 2 in the morning or something like that. Captain, you're watching this at work? Are you slacking? Yeah, April, I'm going to play with the peanut butter Play-Doh for about 3 minutes and then I'm going to eat it. Who's coming? Hi, you can come in. I'm live streaming. Not for long though, because I want to go eat peanut butter Play-Doh. Is it gone? Is it done? Say hi to my introvert husband. Oh, good night, Terry. Introvert husband. Heather says hi. So does Captain Corrosive. And Sway. He's thinking hello in his head. Honest. He's never going to join in. Well, maybe if he got dementia someday and he forgot that he doesn't want to be on YouTube. He's laughing and he's putting his gun case on the bed. I don't know what that means. He must really not want to be on YouTube. Ronaldo says hi too. He secretly likes all of you. He does. So yeah, this month has been doo-doo. Can I say doo-doo without getting demonetized? I'm screwed now. I don't think I can say screwed either. So, no, my husband is not a Nigerian prince. No. See, I figure on Patreon I can put on whatever videos I want and be like, ha ha, people are still paying for them. I can make a video with all the swears, but I'm not going to. And so, yeah, so it's been a poopy month, and I did not get to put as much energy into my channel as I would like to. Like, I wanted to make like a Patreon video. I need to find like a regular sitter for Sabrina so that I can do some fun things without the interruptions. And then, okay, so when I was when I was talking to Justin, the tech support scammer, the other day, and giving him too much information about myself, I pretended to be having a painful number 2 in the bathroom. Well, obviously in the bathroom. Like, where am I going to do that, right? In the kitchen. No, yeah, I actually went into the bathroom for the acoustics, and I couldn't do like a realistic scream because I don't want to freak my daughter out. So I did something where she would know I was playing, and she was amused. My scream was something like, ah! Like, not realistic at all. People say they'd like me to make a fake labor video, like with the IRS. But if I really wanted to be like authentic and just really give it my best acting ever, I can't have my daughter here. That would freak her out. So it was, I think part 2 when I was pretending to scream. Yeah. I always love it when I'm making a video and someone picks out some small thing to criticize. So out of all of that time in the video, someone shows up and says, "You should cook your eggs like this." I'm like, that's all you have to say? Is I should have a better pan for cooking my eggs and use less oil? Well, it wasn't oil, it was bacon grease. Okay? And I couldn't, I was still recording. I couldn't dump out the bacon grease while I was recording and whatever. And so that's just how it went. Why would I want less bacon grease? It doesn't even make sense. Thanks, Heather. Glad you liked that one. I hope Justin calls again. I have hope that he will, because a while back there was this guy, Larry, who he had tried for a while, and then he stopped, and then followed up a couple weeks later, and we had talked about Coldplay, and I was really excited to sing some Coldplay for him, and play my new piano. So I finally got to sing for him. So yeah, I think that one was Tech Support Scammer versus Insane Lady or something. I don't know. I went super crazy on him in that video, and I had fun. I actually pretended to bust up my computer with a sledgehammer. Thanks, April. My eggs tasted good, too. I'm just feeling bitter, though, because for weeks, every time I eat, I get stabbing pain. So later on, when I'm talking to Justin, I'm not as lively because I felt horrible. So I don't really appreciate Debbie Downers who, you go to all this hard work and then they show up and pick some stupid, not very important part out of your video and criticize it. It's like, you cook your eggs the way you like it. Leave my eggs alone. The Coldplay song was The Scientist. And I was showing Larry how I could change keys on my Magic piano. So I could sing it in a key that was comfortable for me. But now one of the keys is broken, the low F. It makes me sad. Heather, your videos would be flagged. You have a potty mouth? That's true. People will always find something to complain about. I'm kind of sad for people who just feel like they have to be negative all the time. Do you want to sing a song for everyone? He nodded yes, but he's not singing. Now he's mouthing. He's pretending to sing, but he's not. Boring. I bought you a root beer. Shouldn't you do something fun for my video? Ooh, we could do a thing where once I raise $1,000, you agree to be in a video with me. He's so mysterious. Bimu, are you still there? Are you messaging me? I think I actually went to one of those workshops a long, long time ago. So what are you guys doing tomorrow? Do you have big plans? How many of my videos have been demonetized? It's hard to say because some of them, it says they have limited or no ads, but sometimes I see ads on them, so I don't really make a ton of money on most of my videos, so my most popular one is really the reason I make any money on YouTube at all. So that one is less than 40,000 away from 1 million views. So I should probably have a party when that happens. That'll be like a big milestone for me. And people always tell me they need subtitles for it, and I'm like, don't we all? The guy speaks really bad English. It seems like most of my videos are demonetized, and then suddenly it'll be monetized again, and even if I didn't click on a review. And one of the ladies I follow, she decided to demonetize her channel this week because I guess people who have less than 1,000 subscribers got an email saying that they couldn't be monetized. Hey Jamie, how are you doing? So that must have been really disappointing. So it made me feel glad that I'm past the requirements for that. And she said, she wasn't really making a ton of money, but it stinks that some people were making a little bit of money and then to be told their channel can't be monetized anymore. It's lame. So, what was I going to say? Oh, he just blew on something. Could you hear him blowing? Did you hear that? Whew. He was blowing on his gun. Oh no, I said gun. They'll get me flagged. He heard you blow. Ronaldo heard you blow. He looks amused. Rebecca. Rebecca, if you don't like TMI, then you should go watch my video where I give a tech support scammer TMI. Well, it's actually part 1 and part 2. I don't think he had any idea what I was talking about, though. You can hear him moving the gun cases around. See that noise? Ooh, I could just suddenly turn the tablet and show him to you. I didn't like that. He gave me a disapproving look. I should feel scared because he's holding a gun. I said gun again. Crap. Rebecca says she's not sure she's ready to see your gun. Rebecca has a dirty mind. Oh no, I said dirty. Oh, Captain is leaving. Bye, Captain. Maybe I can trick him into saying something. On a scale of 1 to 10, how bad do you want to marry Barbra Streisand? He doesn't like Barbra Streisand. I bought you a trip to Alaska. I'm lying, I didn't. Do you feel mad? Do you feel like you want to have words with me? No? Your drums are on fire. Have you guys ever seen the movie Frisco Kid with Harrison Ford and Gene Wilder? They end up at a table eating dinner with some monks, and Gene Wilder plays a rabbi from Poland. He's a very social guy. He just will not stop talking, and they're trying to eat in silence, and he's saying all the stuff like, "Pass the salt, please!" And after all of his talking for a long period of time, he tells the monk, "Thank you," and the guy blurts out, "You're welcome," and then the head monk guy has a little giggle, and then they're all giggling. It's a funny scene. So I feel like I could pull off something like that and make my husband accidentally talk. Right? Is that a sock, or did you actually buy that for the gun? What is that? He's like, nice try. Here, throw it to me. Throw it to me. Okay. It's like a big, huge gun cozy or something. No, people don't wear this. I hear children fighting downstairs, as usual. Okay. Well, now you witnessed him throwing me something. Well, or something being thrown at me. Hi, Benz. How are you? Sock for the gun. It's, well, it's not exactly a sock. It's sock-like. He told me it is a sock. He whispered it! Did you hear him whisper? Did you guys hear it? He whispered, it is a sock. Did you hear? Darn it. Okay. It says sack ups. Can you see that? Sack ups. I don't know why he has a sock for his gun. I don't play with the guns. Here's your sock back. Beamy, I should go spray the kids with a hose. Benz, I haven't meowed any songs lately. No. I'm not at my piano right now. But if I go downstairs, then I'm going to have kids doing things like saying inappropriate things in the background. Eric. Or fighting. Okay, Heather says the sock is to avoid scratches and rust. He is nodding in agreement. He feels really impressed with Heather right now. So what I've learned about Heather is that she has a potty mouth and she likes shooting. That's what I'm gathering. Do you like shooting, Heather? What do you need me to rewind? Did you leave the room? Okay, well, it's a step forward. I got him to whisper something while I was live streaming, and maybe it was almost audible. Sure would be a nice birthday gift if my husband would join me in a live stream. Are you plugging your ears? That's rude. Where are you going? Will you give me some ice cream? Please? Please? Why? Because you don't want me to make one of those weird videos where I eat in front of people for no reason? Okay. Hi, John. How are you doing? Bye, husband. He won't get me any ice cream. Hi, Cala Radio. That's a cute name. I like that. Okay. Yeah, sorry, Heather. My husband ran away. Okay. Benz wants me to meow. My Heart Will Go On by Celine Dion. Meow, 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 meow. Is that enough? Do I have to do the whole thing? Oh wait, I only did the chorus. I'm gonna meow. I'm the king of the world. Bimu, did you finish messaging me yet? Thanks, Benz. One of these days, I'll have to get my husband to take all of the kids out of the house so I can do a decent live stream with my piano and no one being annoying. Okay, Bimu, go message me. Okay. So I'm trying to think of some more fun things to do on Patreon that, I know one thing I'm doing is some things I will let my patrons see earlier than other people. But there's some things where I feel like, no, I can't put that public, but I'll show a select group of people. So my over 40-minute long rant, yeah, that's one of those things where that won't go public. I was, yeah, really, really mad, and like all last week, this isn't really like me, but it seemed like I was having like one long kind of anxiety attack, and it was not fun. Yes, Heather, you heard a bell. That was Bimu messaging me. That was her messaging. Oh, okay. Oh. Oh, I need to go answer her. Okay. Keep writing, Bimu. Keep writing. Anyway, so a lot of my rant includes stuff about how a certain someone has only really known me as a nice person who's very helpful and agrees to help with everything pretty much, and just very amiable. And now they have experienced what I'm like when you do something wrong to me. So, and I'm not done. Yeah, don't. Like, especially when it involves people I love. Yeah. I feel sorry for that person. Anyway, I'm feeling better than I was, and my resting heart rate is back to normal. It was like 3 days in a row. My resting heart rate was in the 90s, and I was having a terrible time getting to sleep. I was just having a terrible time. And then it went back to normal. Thanks, Heather. Heather wants to be my hit lady. Okay, well, I better go downstairs and hang out with the family for a while, get some things done. I want to make sure I'm not up too late tonight because I have to get up probably at 6:30 in order to get my family out the door at the right hour. So I'll try to plan a live stream next time, give everybody a heads up. It's usually spur of the moment when, so Sabrina was like happily downstairs watching Ratatouille, and I realized I can sneak upstairs and she'll leave me alone instead of pounding on the door while I'm live streaming. So thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys sleep well tonight, and I hope you have a fun Sunday. And I will probably live stream, I don't know, I might do it in the middle of the day sometimes to catch some people who can't usually watch at this hour. So good night, everyone.